Well, Lil Durk, this situation's gotten, well, I don't know. You would say it got more dicey, but you don't really know what's happening right now because you're just hearing a bunch of stuff, but it hasn't been confirmed. So there's the rumor that OTF Vonni is cooperating.
Yep. It's a rumor. It's the text messages how it came out from the dead, actually. And the dead is on one, Vlad. He on one. He said he ain't get his money, and he telling.
So Vonnie's dad is saying that Vonni never got his money.
The dad is saying that Lil Durk and Vonni crossed him for some money. And they ain't paid in blood money. He got this like Islam thing where it's saying like if you kill somebody or you do something to somebody, you gotta pay it back in blood money, or the family gotta forgive you, or you go to jail or whatever. It's either three things that he's saying, and he's saying that his son them crossed him out of the money. Like the money he stole from Von, he didn't give him no money, that he stole all Von money out of his account when he died. He's saying that, Lil Durk, he ain't take care of nobody, old block or none of the people after he died. Louis' funeral was even $1,400. I didn't know this, Vlad. But he said Louis' funeral was $1,400, and he called these guys for Louis' funeral, and nobody wouldn't help him pay. They told him that they ain't got it. So he said that he willing to testify, and he going all the way with it.
Wait, Vonnie's testifying or Vonnie's dad?
Dad. Vonnie dad
so
telling Vonnie dad telling Vonnie to when Vonnie texts his dad and said take the plea, Vonnie dad telling him, yeah, all you got to do is tell what happened to Von, and I will testify. And he said another guy would testify to it, and he's saying that he'll testify against Durk and them because they played him. So it's a big ball game. It's getting real.
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone's been saying that if Vonni or Didi take the stand against Durk, it's going to be really bad.
You got to think about it, Vlad. That plane ride, the private jet, the cards. He can easily just say, and the feds play dirty too, man. Hey, look, all you got to do is say Durk did it, man. We'll give you 30. And it'll be that. So, he's away from Durk now right now. He's actually in a county outside. Like all the other guys is in the MCC, but he actually separated in a hole right now. So I don't know if he in protective custody or he, got in trouble and they moved him over there. But yeah, his dad confirmed that too.
So you think Vonni will cooperate?
Considering the fact that Vonni don't know Durk and them like that, he don't know King Von and them like that. Like his daddy said, he just met them 2020. So a guy met you met 2020 versus, a guy that you know all your life. They really don't know this guy. So it's like 50-50. He could be a gangster and, stand trial with Durk and them, or he could say, I don't even know them anyway. I'm from Atlanta, and get them all up.
Yeah, look, it's one thing to say that you're going to do 30 years, and it's another thing to actually do 30 years.
Or a life. And you caught. Like, they got him red-handed. Like, if nobody don't get off, him and Didi, they gone. From what, the evidence they got. Like, Durk had a chance. Durk got a better chance than any one of them if he was to come out. If they don't say nothing about him and they say, oh, he ain't had nothing to do with it. Yeah, he would have had a better chance.
Yeah, and of course Durk can cooperate himself.
Yeah, he actually can. But I feel like Durk actually, he had a damn good chance to get out. I feel like once you go to trial with the feds, like it's over with, man. Like the jury, like they got their mindset already. Once they hear the shit that you done did or they accuse you, it's like they already got their mind made up of a guilty. Versus the state, like it's, oh yeah, he probably didn't do it. The jury and the feds, it seemed like. So I just think when Drew came and was explaining like, oh yeah, they messed up. they should never the lyrics, the song, and all that. I think Drew would have been better off holding that information until the day of trial. And when they got in front of the jury, he should have brought up that they lied. They lied to the grand jury. And I'm pretty sure Durk would have been out that courtroom. I'm pretty sure if he would have did it. But he gave them a chance to reset now. So now they crossing their T's now.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, Drew Finley's a hell of a lawyer. And it is hard to beat the feds, but it could be done. It could absolutely be done. And if you really bring up a real reasonable doubt situation and you say, look, he was not there. Yes, he took a flight with them, but he had no idea what these guys were doing. These guys took it upon themselves because some of them were friends with King Von themselves.
Yeah.
So he was in a totally different location. He wasn't in, if they had him in the car or buying the guns or whatever, I get it. But Drew Finley could potentially bring up a reasonable doubt and say he had no idea this was happening. And apart from these guys that are trying to get out of doing life in prison that are telling against them, there's no actual evidence. To say, don't use my card, that's kind of general. That's kind of general. Like, listen, my employees.
It is, but then it look bad to some people who ain't never committed a crime. You saying, and then you end up in California with them. So it could go both ways.
It could, man. It could. From what I understand, me and Durk don't have any more beef. His new management came in. They said they spoke to him about the Drew interview. He okayed it. He said, yeah, me and Vlad are cool.
Y'all settle it, Vlad, man. That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
I mean, look, man, like he was mad at me over revealing the gender of his baby. Like he's dissed me on 2 different albums over that. Like, you got real ops out there. You got people really trying to kill you. You got people really trying to shoot you and really trying to steal from you. You're mad at the interviewer who accidentally mentioned a baby. Like,
yeah, this
is not like you're using real estate on your album to talk about me. I always thought that was just silly because it's like, come on, like, I've never said anything about you. There's no animosity. Like, you're dealing with people who really do hate you, who you really do have problems with. And yet you're spending your time talking about me. I always thought it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy too.